Hey, how's it going? This is Augustus, and I'm about to get wise with you. This is, we know these are end times that we're in. We know what's going on. Don't mind the background. There's a little bit of background in this one. I'm kind of walking around in this one. But, we know what's going on. We know that there's a attack against people. If you're in America, you know the attack that's going on against black people. If you're outside of America, you know the attack that's going on with African people and the African race, anyone with African descent. If you're Hispanic, or if you don't like the term Hispanic, if you're Latino, Latina, if you come from Latin descent, all right? If you know your history, if you're Mexican and you know your history, you can take it back to the Aztec days, the ancient Mexicans. You could take your lineage back to the ancient Indians, which really were Africans. They were called Aboriginals, okay? So you're in this too. You're in this too. See, if you're Puerto Rican, you could trace your descent back to Africa. If you're Cuban, you could trace your descent back to African, Dominican, and the list goes on. So look, there's a attack on all of us. I don't want to go so much into Africa right now, but I do want to speak on some things. I want to talk about gang-infiltrated areas, gang-infiltrated societies. All right. For those that have a good amount of knowledge of politics, in the White House you have the Democrats and you have the Republicans, then you have the Independents. But there are parties outside of those parties. But those are the main ones that you hear about today because those are the only ones that are active in the White House. There are people that are capitalists, all right? That's the party that is most affluential on Wall Street and upper areas in any downtown really throughout America, all right? But there's another kind of party in ancient Rome. Everything was a democracy. It was a republic, but they ran under a democratic function until Julius Caesar came. And actually, it was Sulla came and he turned it into a dictatorship. See, and it was more so tyranny. I mean, that's the best way that you could put it. When Sulla was in power, people got killed from left and right. It was, a life meant nothing back then. Caesar came and he turned it into an aristocracy. All right, I'm going to get to my point. But he turned it into an aristocracy. This meant that the people had more say. The people had more power. There was more of an equal control on what happened within the powers that be. Now, let's make this modern. All right, let's modernize this. Today, everyone knows about gangs. Everyone knows about gangs. Anywhere in America, anywhere in the world. All right. There's gangs in Hawaii right now. In Samoa. Gangs, not cliques. Gangs. Gang activity is originally, it was a aristocracy. because there were leaders and there was order. See, and there was a cause behind everything that was done, and it had to be cleared by the absolute leader at the time. All right. When it came to LA, it came down to Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams. Their biggest mistake was to not pass the torch to someone that was worthy. That was the biggest mistake. Tookie started something that was, it became a virus when the drugs came in. And Tookie wanted to end gang activity altogether. See, but gangs run deeper than Tookie. They started out as black pride movements. See, so it wasn't up to Tookie to put them down. If he would have started the gangs and the structure behind radical black-based movements, then he could have ended the Crips. See, but the Crips weren't the Crips alone. There were African tribes behind this. See, I'm giving a lot of money worth of game right here. All right, people will pay to learn these things. So when Tookie hung up the coat, all gangs, Blood and Crip, they became anarchies. They're anarchies now. That means an organization that is every man for itself. For those that understand cybersecurity, Anonymous, they are a anarchy, and they are very powerful. They could be your next door neighbor, and you don't know it. Not everyone that wears the anonymous mask is anonymous, because that will make them non-anonymous. See, so that's the kind of power that they have, and that's the kind of secrecy that they have. The Bloods and Crips would have been better off as a secret society. That wasn't the kind of leadership that they had. And I'm not down talking Tookie. I'm actually praising him. And Raymond Washington, you know, all respect is due. But gangs are a anarchy now. Now, I want to tip my hat off to YG. He did a song called Dress Shoes. And the second that I've seen the thumbnail of the video, I knew where he was going with it. I want to initiate a challenge. Not only the dress shoe challenge, but I want to initiate another challenge. And if you're real Blood, if you're real Crip, if you know what it means to be a real Crip, if you know what it means to be a real Blood, first of all, the criminal activity, that's your business, okay? And I'm not endorsing that. But I am endorsing this challenge that I have for you all. If you know what you're doing, if you wish this were the 80s, where there was structure, and you could ask your big homie any question in the world, and he'll give you sound advice that he researched at one time in his life. Where your mother will feel safe walking home from the liquor store. Doesn't matter what she's buying there. She will feel safe. She could walk through an alley where homeless people could be in and feel safe. if you miss those days and you call yourself a real blood or a real Crip, you need to take on this challenge. Here's the challenge. To wear dress shoes and to wear a khaki suit. It's the khaki suit challenge. I want to see this in every hood in America. You do this, and those rights that all of these prestigious bourgeois, fake black folk are fighting for, those rights will be handed out to us if this challenge were to take place. This is what Pac died for. This is what he fought for. If you don't know how to iron a khaki suit, go to your nearest music store, go to the section, the G section, find the game. Buy everything you see there, and you'll learn how to iron up a khaki suit. If you want to get straight to the punch, find the iced tea section and buy up everything you see there, and you'll learn how to iron a khaki suit. But for those that's standing up right now as you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. At least for a week, get 5 khaki suits that'll last you the week, whether you go to school or not. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're in school and you don't have any money, your parents or whoever's looking after you pays for your clothing, and you like affiliating yourself with gangs, ask your parents, ask your guardian, ask who's ever looking after you. That's the best investment they'll ever make, and they will not deny you a pair of dress shoes and a khaki suit for every day of the week. For those that got money, you could go all out with it. Get yourself some Stacey Adams, get yourself some Gators, and wear it with a khaki suit. Are you guys listening? I want to see this comment section flooded. If I don't, I know how much trouble we're in. And that'll let me know, and all of us know, how much trouble there is to come. Love y'all. Peace and love. Stay wise.